After the first half of the JBL Cup is finally concluded, we're ready to start the second half. We're testing teams this time on their accuracy. Hello everyone and welcome to the JBL Cup Season 2 Event 11 Archery. For this event, 3 members from each team will roll down into a trackboard where you need to score the most points. It pretty much works similar to how darts rules work, and the teams with the highest points overall will win gold. As we're ready to show from the committee how this event works more or less. They will roll down into a funnel, fall down through the center, and will try to land as best as they can with points. 43 for the committee. Starting off, Sapphire Spirals, the team sitting currently in last in the standings, ready to roll down. They're desperate for points. Can they get them today? Here they come. First one comes down, as the next two will need to come down as well, and the conclusive score from all 3 is the final score. What do they have for us today? They have a 3, an 11, and an 18 for 32 overall. As we're ready to move on to the next team, we have the benchmark to beat. Can Zooming Zebras do better? Desperate for a medal, only team to finish the first half without one. Will it happen today? Let's see if their accuracy is their strength. As they are coming down through the funnel. First one already down, as comes the second, deciding to be very close to one another. Third one near the center. Oh, and this is a good score. This is a 25 plus 2 different 14s for a 53, putting them up top so far. 13 colonies. Another one of the struggling 3. These 3 have been in the bottom for quite a while. Can they recover today? We have to wait and see. So far looking good for the Zooming Zebras and looking decent from Sapphire Spirals. What do 13 colonies have for us today? Down they come. And they're all onto the course. Is this a 7, a 5, and a 10? That will give them 22. Put them in last so far. But still 13 teams are ready to go. A lot can change still. Sugar Crash up next. Part of the current bottom 5, all of which are struggling and trying to run away from the bottom. Can Sugar Crash make the moves to do as such? Not looking likely with the current score. We can definitely see the 2, and up there either a 9 or a 14. And twice, in fact. It's a 2, a 14, and a double 14. In fact, that's a 44. That's really good from Sugar Crash. Next up, Highballers, ready to roll down. Last time around, they got a silver in the Consolation Cup. Wolves, who won it back then, are not here again. What do they have for us today? First one down onto the course, sitting on the 17, I believe. This is looking around this 13. And the final one, what do they get? Is this a triple 17? Wait, it is! It is triple 17, and the Highballers take the lead and break the record! 81 for the Highballers! Furious Fireworks up next. A bit of a fall as of late. They had a pretty good position not too long ago. They would love to recover now. What do they have for us today? Looking like a decent start. This looks like a triple up there. Is this a and let's see the scores. An 8, a triple 13, and a 12 for 59 to put them in second. What a score from the Furious Fireworks. Up next, Spices. Got a little bit of a match with the Maple Leafs as of late. Now are facing themselves in the score. What do they have today? Down, all on the same place. What does the final one have for us? Come near the center. 25 and 5 and a 15 for 45 overall. So close to the 20, but just couldn't reach it. So close. Next up, the Maple Leafs. Slight rivalry between them and the Spices has been brewing up as of late. They saw the score. They would love to beat it. Can they do it today? 45 to beat, and of course an 81 for a gold. What do they have? Shaky start so far, but this looks like a 15, is it? See, yes, it is a 15, but also a 3 and a 5 will not help much. At 23, only beating one team, that being the 13 colonies. But we still have some time to go, as up next, the Silver Bullets. Rolling down. Having one medal so far, won it in the triathlon. What do we have today here in archery? Coming down onto the course. On the yellow, on the white, everywhere that you can get. Just get a good score. Let's see what it is. A 7, a 9, and a 12 to give themselves 28. Not quite good enough, but we have to wait and see how it stacks up at the end. As up next, the Knights of Night. 2 medals in the last 2 events, a gold and a bronze. They would love to continue the good momentum here. And they get their first ever medal in the second half. They would love to do as such. Final member ready to fall down through the funnel, and there he comes. But what is the score? A 14, a 13, and a 16 to give him 43 and put them currently in 6th. Not bad at all. Brightening Knapweed, ready to roll down. After the gold medal in the slalom and the decent showing overall in collision, what do they have for us today? Here they come down to the course. Oh, close to a good score up there. Could be a 5. What do they have? A 15, a 16, and a 20. And a 51 without a single double or triple. That's a very strong showing from Brightening Knapweed. Up next, the Whitecaps. What have they got for us? The championship holders. Actually, the title holders. They would love to win it again. What have they got for us today? To try and reclaim their crown. Try and reclaim the crown? They might. We have to wait and see. An 8, a 2, and a 15. That's only 25. Lucky for a double 5, a triple 5 to save them. As up next, Team Blah. Can they perform? Also had a good showing as of late. Just came off a silver medal in the last event, in fact. They're back now in the top 4. They would love to jump up even higher if possible. Here they come, and that is looking like a triple over there. Will this do it? Let's see. Got a 19, a 24, and a 12, and that is enough to put them in 3rd with 55. Zooming Zebras pushed off the podium once again. Ghost Crabs up next. Haven't had the lead for a short while, but they already know this place of 3rd place. They know it a bit too well for their own good. They would love to improve this far. What do they have for us? Looking like to... on the top, what does the final one have? Another score on the top? No, it's on the left. Shooting for an 11 with a 20 and a 5 alongside it for 36. 9th with only 2 runs to go. Up next, Valdivians. A team that barely survived last season and are now sitting in 2nd place. Quite a rise for the Valdivians. The fans surely happy about this. They're also allowed back in the stadium after what happened in the season 1, we all remember. But what do they have now? Let's see. With the crowd actually watching them, they've got an 8, a 14, and an 18 to give themselves 40 points. As we are up next, the league leaders, 5 top 4 finishes in a row. Cherry Clouds up next. The course is falling apart. Oh no! Oh, a major track collapse. And the Cherry Clouds members, massive important injury for all 3 of them. I don't think they can come back. No, they cannot. They will be out for this event. And the other 3 will have to compete. The remaining 2 members plus the coach will have to go in. Did they have any practice on this event? I don't know if they're ready to compete. But they have to go regardless. They need the points. Can they get anything on the board? This could still be good. Maybe they have. Maybe they haven't. Let's find out. Cherry Clouds to end the event on a sour note a bit. And it seems like a sour score as well. A 2, a 15 and a 5, giving them only 22 only beating 13 colonies, as on the podium, Team Blah, Furious Fireworks and gold medalists Highballers celebrate with the medals. This is quite a return to form for the top two, as Team Blah continuing their good momentum, as on the standings, Cherry Cloud still hold on to the lead, but we have to wait and see if they can keep it up for a little bit longer. As next up, the block battle. We hope to see you then, we hope you all enjoyed, and until next time, don't forget to keep on rolling. As the JBL Cup continues, up to event 12, we're now testing teams on who can stop a force coming from the other side. Hello everyone and welcome to the JBL Cup Season 2, Event 12, Block Battle. For this one, 4 marbles will be standing before a block, in which a marble from the other side, a bigger one, will try and push it as far as they can. The goal for the team, to stop it from going as far as possible. And that means that the smallest score will be the winner. And as you can see, marbles from the other side will push as you try to stop them. And they got a 4 as their total score. You want the score to be as small as possible. And the team with the smallest score will take gold. As 13 colonies get us underway with a decent one. And it's a 2.3 to start us off. Now every single team is given 2 attempts, and the best one of the 2 is the one that will count. As up next, Maple Leaves, down they come, and it is looking pretty decent so far. This will take the lead, but how good is it? 1.8 for the Maple Leaves. As we're preparing to go up to the top once more with the Furious Fireworks, down they come. And it's looking decent. It looks like this will take the lead again. And it will. 1.6 for the Furious Fireworks. Good start. Ghost Crabs up next. And again, near the 2. The high ones. How high is it? It's 1.7. And they are now in second place. Good job so far for the Ghost Crabs. Next up, Sapphire Spirals, who definitely need points, but it doesn't look that good for them thus far. What does Sapphire Spirals got? 2.1, only beating the 13 colonies. But we still have a lot of teams to go, as Spices up next. And again, not looking good. Above the 2, which seems to be the magic number so far. What do they have? A 2.4. Not bad. Next up, Knights of Night. Oh, and this is looking very strong. But how good is it? This will definitely take the lead, but how good is the score? It's a 1.3 for the Knights of Night, and they will take the lead. A good job thus far for the hosts. Maldivians up next. This looks like it will be just below a 2. A good score. Oh, it's a 1.9. Fortunately, we don't get another replay, but it's still good enough. Zooming Zebras to start the second half of the first attempts. Still hoping to get their first medal. Looking like they're gonna have to live it for the second attempt, or maybe the next event. Only time will tell. As next up, the Highballers. Gold medal in the last event. And not looking likely for this one. They're not known for their strength, but they will take it. A 2 flat. 6th thus far. Who will be up next? Oh, it is the former champions Whitecaps with a very strong start. It's looking good so far. What is the score? It's a 1.4, and they're up to second, only behind the hosts. A good score for the Whitecaps. Team Blah also looking good so far this season. What do they have? It's a 1.9. Again, good push. As we're closing in on the end of the first attempts for everyone, Sugar Crush going next, and it is pretty good. Below a 2 beats quite a lot of teams. But let's see where it puts them in the standings. It's currently a tight 4th with a 1.7. But again, there are 2 more attempts and 3 more to go. As Silver Bullets have started awful for this one. First one with above a 2.5, it's a 2.7, and they're in last. My goodness. Next up, Brightening Knapweed. Leading points, they're all flying away. That's not a good one from the Brightening Knapweed. Above a 2, 2.3, near the back. They can still recover, but it's not a good look, as the league leaders are the last ones to go, and also above a 2 for the Cherry Clouds. Not a good start for the league leaders, but definitely a good start for the hosts, as after the first round they are in the lead with a 1.3. The Knights of Night will be moving in first so far. 13 colonies ready to start the second half, and that's not a good look. We already had a bad score from the first round, and the second round looking even worse. 2.9 will not be much of an improvement. Up next, the Maple Leaves. What do they got? Oh, it's really good. Oh, it's very, very good. But how good is it? It's looking close. It's a 1.4. A 1.4 for the Maple Leaves. That puts them in a tie with the Whitecaps. Furious Fireworks up next. Not a good push. Unfortunate for them. The first one was pretty decent, so they will have a good score. But they hoped for better. 2.4. Ghost Crabs rolling down. Also not having much left in the tank after the first round. You can see most teams very tired after the first attempt. They put everything into the first one. 3 flat for the Ghost Crabs. Not good. Who's next? Sapphire Spirals. Can they have anything left? No. That's above a 3. It's just a bad look for the Sapphire Spirals. Not much left in them. 3.3. Not a good sign. Who's up next? The Spices. Can they do any better? Maybe. Looks like near the 2. What did they get? A 2.1. Not bad. Not bad for the Spices. As we are going next with the leaders of this event, Knights of Night. And they clearly put all the effort into the first round, as there was barely any put in the second. But it's good as they are still in the first. 2.6 for this one. We just need to hope that nobody beats their score. Valdivians coming down. And it's not good either. Teams are definitely getting tired. It's not as easy the second time around. You put a lot of effort into blocking a force from the other side. It's difficult to do this again. As you can see, most teams do worse than they did in the first round. That's just how it is. Fatigue hits everyone, even the Zooming Zebras with a 2.2. Not too good, but also not terrible if you compare it to most teams who've gone so far. Highballers, I got nothing for this one. Flying off. 3, above 3 even. Yeah, 3.2. Not good. Very few left. Whitecaps up next. Can they improve? They cannot. They cannot improve, and they will so far sit in the top 3 for this event. A 2 flat for this one. Don't know if that's enough to beat the Maple Leaves. Team Blah, ready to go. Again, near the 2. Do they have anything left in the tank? Do any of the remaining teams have anything left in them to try and change the scores? Have to wait and see. As here they come again. Sugar Crush. The last 4 runs. Not good. Not good from Sugar Crush. They need points, and that's not how you get them. 2.6. Not good. Who's up next with only 3 teams left to go? It's the Silver Bullets, who just flying off. Not even the block could stay still. Silver Bullets just not in it for this event. Absolutely falling apart. The fans not happy. Clearly. Brightening Knapweed up next. Oh, what a push! What a block from the Brightening Knapweed that didn't even reach the 1. Oh, phenomenal job. 0.9. Brightening Knapweed to take the lead. Out of nowhere. Oh, Cherry Clouds. Can they do anything? They can improve. for sure, as it is below a 2, but what a finish from Brighton and Knapweed, and just like that, they take the gold. What a phenomenal ending. In fact, Maple Leafs will beat Whitecaps, so they will finish with the bronze. Knights of Night losing gold right at the end. Their gold medalists, the Brighton and Knapweed. What a comeback. Phenomenal final moments. This will put them all the way up to second, as 13 Colonies are still stuck in last. But we still have 8 events to go, as next up, the carriage chase. We hope you all enjoyed, and this is a phenomenal job from the Brighton and Knapweed. May never be broken again. We hope to see you again next time, and until then, don't forget to keep on rolling. As the JBL Cup continues, teams are closing in on the championship lead, but now pushing them forward to see who can be the fastest on the track while running away from someone else. Hello everyone and welcome to the JBL Cup Season 2, Event 13, the Carriage Chase. For this one, the goal is very simple. One marble is in a carriage being pushed by another member from their team to go down this lane as fast as they can while another marble is chasing them down. The moment that this marble hits them, that is their score. The score will be determined by distance. The team that makes it the furthest will be the winners. As the committee is going, one of them has fallen off. Let's hope they're fine. Currently the other one is being dragged forward. It's a 55 on distance. Also, in case you make it all the way to the end, when it is actually decided on time, the team that does it at the fastest time will win. As 13 Colonies get it started, with a pretty good score thus far. Much better than what the committee have got, both of them making it all the way to the end. You can see trying to go around the course, running away from the marble chasing them, but the moment he hits you, that is your score. And this is a 108 for the 13 Colonies. Is up next, the Sapphire Spirals. As per usual, we're gonna go in reverse order, as now Sapphire Spirals, oh, that was not good at all. Very slow around the course, couldn't get any speed, still being dragged around, couldn't even make it all the way to the end. Decent speed at the start, but not much else otherwise, and they've been caught fairly early, 66 for the Sapphire Spirals. Who is up next? It is the Zooming Zebras, Zeb and Cross, rolling down, running away, and they're doing a decent job, but nothing more than decent. It is a good score for the Zooming Zebras. You can see a bit of a slow start, but we managed to pick up some speed in the turn, but unfortunately not fast enough. 78 for the Zooming Zebras. As we are ready to continue onward with Sugar Crush. 2 more rolling down. Here they come to the course, and they've already been caught. Well, that was quick. I was about to hype them up, couldn't even be given the time. Bad start and just couldn't keep up the pace. 67, it is enough to beat the Sapphire Spirals, but it's still not a good score. As we're ready to come on down again with the spices, peppers and mint coming down. And again, no speed. My goodness. They could beat the bottom 2, but not much more than this. Teams are struggling so far. 13 Colonies smiling. We see a chance for a potential medal. 74. Not good. Also not bad, but we have to wait and see how it stacks up as we continue onwards. Silver Bullets with Trigger and Bullet. Here they come. Oh, it's a much better start than everyone else thus far. Here they come to the turn. They will take the lead. And that is a very, very strong score for the Silver Bullets. After a last place in the last event, they are desperate for points. The last season's runner-ups. They want to prove that they're good, and they have definitely done it here. 134 points. And Silver Bullets are in the lead. Up next, the Highballers, Sky and Cloud coming down. That's another good start. As we're running away, here comes the metallic ball behind them. Do they take the lead? Yes, they are. They will not make it all the way to the end, but what a score for the Highballers, making it to the final turn. But not good enough to win. Not quite good enough to finish. 146, not even yet on the record. So close, but yet so far away. Next up, Autumn and Leaf for the Maple Leafs. Leaf, one of the best duo marbles out there. Can they get it done once again? Yes, they can. Oh my goodness, what a score from the Maple Leafs. What amazing 3 runs we've got, back to back to back. But where does this put the Maple Leafs after this run? You can see running away beautifully, and this is a 140 for the Maple Leafs. Good job putting them in second. 6 points both away from third and first. Furious Fireworks ready to start the second half of the runs. Here they come, here comes the marble chasing gun coming up with a lot of speed. Again a good run. This time for the Furious Fireworks. Wow, wow, wow. Great showing from the Furious Fireworks. They've been looking for it, they've been a little quiet as of late. But here it is. 127. The recovery on the second half so far has been brilliant from the Fireworks. Let's hope we can continue this great form. As up next, the Whitecaps with Whirlpool and Wit. Barely lost on a medal last event, truly barely. And doesn't seem like they will lose on much in this one. They will mostly lose out on points, as this was not a good run. 66 overall. Not good. Up next, the Ghost Crabs. They won both duo events thus far this season. Can they get another one today? Let's see if they're being chased, and that is a good score. That is a very good score. This will not be a gold medal, but I don't think the Ghost Crabs will complain. Once again, they're showing that as a duo, this team works phenomenal. A good score, 125, putting them in 5th. As very few teams are still left rolling around. Next up, the Knights of Night, Night and Darkness. Oh, that's no movement at all. Terrible showing from the hosts. What happened? Oh, they just couldn't get any speed at the start. And see, struggling to even move, and that is a 31. No points whatsoever for the Knights of Night. They're not happy. Canopy and Twig rolling down for the Valdivians. They've been a bit of a slump lately, and they will continue to do so. Continue to slow down. They had the lead, they had a good start in the first half, but have kind of fallen off since. Slow descent into 67 in this event, a tied 9th. Next up, Team Blah, Bois and their Captain Blah, rolling down. Mostly consistent throughout the season, and they will continue this consistency here. Team Blah, another good score. Coming down, you can see they had a good start, but the metal ball behind them just too fast and eventually got right back to them. 120 for Team Blah. As we're getting now to the leaders, or at least to some of the leaders. Brightening Knapweed, gold in the last event. What do they have today? Can they improve? Can they get a back-to-back? No, they can't. They cannot, in fact, get a back-to-back gold. In fact, they can't even get a back-to-back medal. But regardless, it's a good score. See, 104, putting them just barely in the top half. But we still have one more team to go. With the league leaders, the Cherry Clouds. Stars and Cherry rolling down. Hoping to put the team back together after the disaster of the last 2 events. Can they do it? Yes, they can. It's not bad at all. A good showing from the Cherry Clouds. They've also been doing great in the duo events, and this one is no exception. But it's not quite a gold. 122, putting them in 6th. But on the podium, Silver Bullets with the bronze, Maple Leafs will get the silver, and High Ballers for the 3rd time this season will grab the gold. The slow recovery from this team after a terrible start is still on the play, as for the first time in this league, they're in the top half. Cherry Clouds still in 1st, although just barely. Sapphire Spirals fall to the bottom. But what will happen in the last 7 events? We're gonna have to wait and see, as next time, the final endurance. We hope to see you then, and until then, don't forget to keep on rolling. we're entering the last 7 events of the JBL Cup. It's time for us to finally go for one of the most classic events in any Marble competition. Hello everyone and welcome to the JBL Cup Season 2, Event 14, the Funnel Endurance. The most classic event of endurance as we go down the funnels in the heats of 8, with the top 4 from each heat will be moving on. The 4 that will last in the finals the longest will be moving on, and in the finals where only the 8 teams that moved on will be, the last one to remain will win the gold. As the committee is here to show that will last in the finals the longest will be moving on, and in the finals where only the 8 teams that moved on will be, the last one to remain will win the gold. As the committee is here to show us how this event will work, they roll down onto the funnels, 2 red ones into 1 light red, going into the reds, down into the small orange funnels near the continuation, all the way to 2 more big orange funnels at the end, where the last one to fall for the last one will be the winner. Thank you for the committee for showing us more or less how this works. Congratulations to one of them getting stuck. Let's hope they can free themselves. As thank you for the introduction. As now we're ready to roll with the first 8 teams. Down they come into the course. Everyone ready to try and win gold. The Cherry Clouds, first ones down into the bottom. Who will be the last ones through? Let's see, Sugar Crush are down, Highballers are down, and it's looking like the Silver Bullets have taken the early lead. And they keep it. Silver Bullets, after all, if you remember, they've won the 32-team Funnel Endurance event. Friendly we did a few months ago. Can they win it again? They won it over the Highballers, who finished second. They will hope to improve today and maybe even get a gold, as here come the Silver Bullets, far in the lead, as at the bottom, Cherry Clouds still in last, 13 Colonies also down there. Maple Leaves falling down, Team Blah and the Knights of Night close together, but so far Team Blah will keep themselves safe. The bottom 5 close together as 13 Colonies are now down to last place. The 2 red teams rolling at the bottom, they hope to survive just a bit longer, but remember there are still a few funnels. One of them fell off! Oh, somebody just fell off the track! Who was that on the side? Somebody is off. Oh wait, that is one of the fans has fallen. We have to check. It's not actually a competitor, but immediately go ahead. Okay, medics have already checked. They seem to be fine. No injury between the fans as 13 Colonies continue to roll down. Let's hope for everyone to be fine. Maple Leaves, last ones currently in the danger zone, as here come 13 Colonies who have already finished. Cherry Clouds closing in on the end, and they are out. 2 more need to fall. Maple Leaves and Team Blah right at the edge. Team Blah is out, Maple Leaves are out, and so we have our 4 teams moving on. Great job from everyone else. Sugar Crush managed to make it through. A bottom 4 team that desperately need points will move on. Silver Bullets will move on. Knights of Night, our hosts, will also make their way through. And for the heat win, it is the Highballers, the last event's gold medalists. Hope to continue the good momentum here with a win of the heat. Oh, and they also break the record from Team Lemonade. Highballers have the record, and they will find themselves in the finals, rolling once again. But now we have the remaining 8 teams also coming down. Who will be the 4 to join them in the finals? Everyone close together, brightening up with the first ones down. What do they have for us today? Zooming Zebras looking like they're in the front, but they're falling down now. And who is this? Is this the Spices? Spices with the lead so far. But it's still too early to call. Still a lot of time left for this heat. You just want to finish in the top 4 for this one. It's not about winning yet. It is the next heat where you want to win. For this one, just don't be in the bottom 4 and you're fine. As the bottom 3 so far, far behind everyone else. Ghost Crabs already down to the 2nd red funnel, as Spices are still in the blue, quite far ahead. but we still have a lot of time to go. Who is up next? Spices continue to roll down as we have teams making it to small orange funnels, ghost crabs, and brightening knapweed. Two teams that have done great in the castle descent. Here is also sapphire spirals. All the teams that have done well in that event just can't do the same in reverse. They can speed through funnels, they can't quite slow down in funnels. And this seems to be a hindrance today. As at the bottom so far, a few more teams. Spices still up in the front, looking very healthy thus far. Have been in the lead this entire heat pretty much. But some teams are already struggling at the bottom. Ghost Crabs looking at the edge of their event. Are they done for? Yes, they are. And another team is following with them. Who was that? It is falling down too. Looking like Sapphire Spirals are out. We have one more spot left to be out. It's a close one. And it's Brightening Knapweed who are out. Oh, so close. Incredibly close, but not quite good enough. Spices will actually not win the heat. Who's that? Is that... Oh, it's the Whitecaps. Whitecaps managed to make the comeback. I believe that means they will win the heat. They're definitely taking their time. And they will move on alongside Spices, Valdivians, and the Zooming Zebras. We have our bottom 8. 13 Colonies, another last place finish. That's not good for them. They're already sitting at the bottom. They need points. But who will take gold today? Here come the teams. Who will win the funnel endurance race? Down they come. Highballers first one's down. They don't have a strong start this time around. Who's starting strong? Spices again near the top, alongside the Silver Bullets. Who will start in first? And it's the Silver Bullets. They are currently in the lead. Close race between all of the teams. 4 teams still up there. Now it's just 3. Knights of Night also up there, now in third. Highballers flying down the course. Silver Bullets still with the lead. They are looking like potential winners of this event. Looking strong so far. Still with the lead, as at the bottom we are already starting to see teams falling down. Valdivians down to the final funnel. Go. More and more Zooming Zebras down there with them. What the rest of the teams have. Sugar Crush also down there. Silver Bullets and Whitecaps. An old rivalry from Season 1. These are the top 2 so far. But who will manage? Zooming Zebras at the bottom alongside Sugar Crush. They need points. These are 2 of the bottom 4. Desperate for a medal or anything. That will be a good point. But here comes the Sugar Crush to the bottom. Top 2 from last season as the top 2 thus far of this event. Knights of Night managed to pass the Silver Bullets. They're down again. As we're entering the last few funnels, Whitecaps are in the lead ahead of the Spices. Sugar Crush entering the final funnel. Everyone is very close together. Spices take the lead. Whitecaps are down. This is it. Final funnel. Who will be out? Zooming Zebras are out. Who's up next? It's looking like it's either Sugar Crush or the Highballers. It's Sugar Crush. Highballers near the end. They are also out. Only 5 teams remain. Rolling down. Silver Bullets are out. Valdivians are out. We have the podium finishers. Close race here. Spices with a good lead. Knights of Night are out. Whitecaps and Spices left. Who will win gold? Spices about to win. But what a push! What a push by the Whitecaps. And they win! Spices fall down first. The champions get gold and the record. Whitecaps win the funnel endurance ahead of the Silver Bullet, not the Silver Bullet, Spices and the Knights of Night. Amazing comeback by Whirligig. Phenomenal job, giving the team their first gold of the season and pushing them all the way up to third. Can they get a repeat? Only 6 events left and 2 teams in their way. As up next, the synchronized racing. We hope you all enjoyed it. We hope to see you then. And until then, as always, don't forget to keep on rolling. we're getting ready to close the third quarter of the season. Every single team is now trying to work together to race down a course. Hello everyone and welcome to the JBL Cup Season 2, Event 15, the Synchronized Racing. As per usual, 4 members of each team will go down through the course. They need to make it from the start all the way to the end. The scores will be the third marble to finish, plus the distance between them and the first marble to finish. And if the fourth marble will not make it through, this will be a 3-second penalty. The team with the lowest score will be the winners. Now, if 2 or more of your teams will not finish, this is a DNF. That means you will not get a score, and it's an automatic last place. Thank you for the committee for showing us how it works. You can see the third marble to finish, plus the distance between him and the first, plus the DNF, as 13 colonies also get 1 stack already. Rolling down to the remaining 3, we just need a decent score. Team really needs points. They're already struggling in this season. What do they have? 17.91 to get us started. As up next, Sapphire Spirals. Can they keep everyone on? Yes, they can so far. They managed through the first obstacle, where both the committee and the 13 colonies got 1 stuck. Everyone is still on so far, not really slowing down much. Everyone making it all the way. Yes, so they will have a decent score for this one. 15.19. Sapphire Spirals in the lead. Next up, the Zooming Zebras. Down they come. They managed to keep everyone on still. Good job so far. As down they go through the second sector onto the third. Everyone's still in, but one of them gets stuck. Oh, unfortunate. Right before the end, another one got stuck, and that's an 1842. Not good from the Zooming Zebras. Sugar Crush. Down they come. Another disastrous team, already losing 1 on the side. Or they can't lose another one, or they are in danger of a DNF. And they do manage to keep everyone? Yes, they do. Good job. They managed to keep everyone on. 17.59 up to second. But we continue now with the Spices. Silver in the last event. So close. So close to gold, but couldn't quite get it. What do they have for us today? Consistency so far, but no, one of them got stuck near the top, and a big difference between the first and the third. 19.01, and they are last. Silver Bullets. Down they come, keeping everyone on, keeping a good pace thus far. This may take the lead if they just keep everyone on. No, they do not. One of them gets stuck. Oh. People are struggling with keeping everyone on. 17.07. They're up to second. Good job from the Silver Bullets. Furious Fireworks. It seems that the main job is to keep everyone on. Your score will be significantly better if you just manage to not block each other. And as you can see, it's quite a problem in this event. Furious Fireworks managed to keep everyone on. Yes, they do. And that puts them in the lead. 14.89. Furious Fireworks in first. Maple Leaves to end the first half of attempts. Managed to keep everyone on. No, wait. One of them is already gone. What happened? Maple Leaves already missing a member. Not quite sure what happened. But they're already down to just 3. And a big difference in time. And that's an 1885. What happened? I'm not sure. Not quite sure. Ghost Crabs ready to roll down. Here they come. Down the course. Keeping good pace so far. The first one quite far away from the rest. Needs to slow down so the sync will be good. A good push from the final one to keep them close together. Did it work out? Yes, it did. 15.27 in putting them in third. Next up onto the course, the Highballers. They've had a good quarter so far and they are starting very fast down the course. What do they have? So far everyone's still on. Can they keep it? No, one of them been pushed off. And that will ruin their score quite a bit. 17.36. A bit of a push. And now checking for injury for the captain. Let's see if they can continue the season as not much is left. Knights of Knights down as well, also keeping good pace for the start, also rolling down. They would love to have a good score today. Can they keep everyone rolling? Yes, they can. But what is the sync? Sync is pretty good, 16-20, putting them in fourth. A good score from the hosts. And to roll down, we got a medic check. Apparently, Jet from the Highballers is fine and will be back for the rest of the season as Valdivians are up next. They've again had a bit of a fall lately. What do they have now? Yes, everyone will finish. No, wait, no! What a weird place to be stopped. And this will put them in last right now, 1958. A bad score from the Valdivians. Team Blah will try to roll down. Everyone's still in so far. Decent speed. Keeping decent distance so far to not be in each other's way. Oh, they are very fast down the course. How good is the score? It's first place, 1477. And Team Blah takes the lead. Away from the Furious Fireworks. Oh, great job from the Blahs. As here come the Whitecaps. Gold in the last event. They're now pressuring the leaders. They're hoping to get a back-to-back title. Can they maybe pull it off today? Maybe. It's looking pretty good so far. Ooh, 15-39. And they're up to 5th for this event. As only 2 teams remain. Cherry Clouds up next, losing the lead for the first time in a while in the last event to Brightening Knapweed. The injury definitely hurt the team, both mentally and physically. Can they recover today? Maybe? No, another one got stuck in the big distance between third and first. 1853, only enough for 12th. As the final team, the new leaders, Brightening Knapweed, are up next, keeping everyone on, ready to roll down and maybe keep their lead, as Team Blah is definitely putting pressure on it. But it doesn't seem likely as one of them gets stuck near the top, and that is a 17.07, a tied 7th. And that means on the podium, Team Blah will get gold, Furious Fireworks with the silver, and Sapphire Spirals for the first time since event 2 will get a medal, being a bronze. And with this finish, Team Blah reclaims the lead with 168 points, as only 5 events left. Everyone is still in it. As next up is the relay. Who will win the season? Please stay tuned for the remaining 5 events. We hope to see you then, and until then, don't forget to keep on rolling. As the JBL Cup is entering its final quarter of the season, every team is thinking the same thing. Who will take it all? Hello everyone and welcome to the JBL Cup Season 2, Event 16, the Relay Race. It's been a long time coming, but here it finally is. An event where 4 members from each team will roll down, trying to pass each other at some speed. It will be in heats of 4, where the top 2 from each heat will move on, until the final 4 will race for gold. As you can see in the explanation, they're just passing speed to each other through the blocks, trying to give the baton as fast as they can, and the first team down to the bottom will be the winners. Thank you to the explanation teams for showing us how this goes, and now to the actual event. Ghost Crabs, Maple Leaves, Brightening Knapweed, and Zooming Zebras get us underway. Down they come, and it's a good start for the Zooming Zebras and Brightening Knapweed. Ghost Crabs not too far behind. Can they make it in time? No, they cannot. Brightening Knapweed and Zooming Zebras will be moving on to the semi-finals. That means Maple Leaves and Ghost Crabs already done for this event. Not quite done for the championship, but they have a lot to fight for still remaining. As we have the first 2 teams of 8 moving on. Good job to the Brightening Knapweed and Zooming Zebras. As we're getting ready for heat number 2 of round 1, Spices, Highballers, Cherry Clouds, and 13 Colonies who are desperate to get points. Can they get them? It's a decent start so far. Cherry Clouds are breaking away, but here come the Highballers in second. Can they manage to keep it? Yes, they can. And that means Cherry Clouds and the Highballers will move on as well. And that is the end of the event for Spices and 13 Colonies. 13 Colonies really need the points. They are struggling in the standings in last place. They will not get many points today, although at the very least it's not another last place. But it's not looking good thus far. Cherry Clouds and Highballers, we move on. As we're ready to scroll back down to the top, Whitecaps, Furious Fireworks, Sapphire Spirals, and Silver Bullets. Down they come again. Bad start here for Whitecaps and Silver Bullets. Sapphire Spirals and Furious Fireworks break away, but here come the Whitecaps. Whitecaps on the final pass, getting incredible amounts of speed. Furious Fireworks will win the heat, but what a comeback by the Whitecaps. They've done it often lately, coming back from nowhere. This time it's over the Sapphire Spirals, who were looking good, but a phenomenal finish for the Whitecaps will put them in the next round alongside the Furious Fireworks. Silver Bullets and Sapphire Spirals are done. Now the final four teams, Knights of Night, Sugar Crush, the new leaders Team Blah and Valdivians. Down they come and Valdivians break away, Team Blah giving them chase. Knights of Night hoping to catch up. Can they? No, they cannot. Valdivians and Team Blah are moving on. A solid showing from the championship leaders at the moment. Not quite first, but they will definitely take second place. That is more than enough to move on. Sugar Crush and the Knights of Night, they can't find a spot in the semi-finals. A decent showing, but not good enough. As we have now the bottom 8, we're ready to scroll back up to the first heat of 2 for the semi-finals. Highballers, Brightening Knapweed, Valdivians and Furious Fireworks. Down they come again. It's a good start for Valdivians, but here comes the Brightening Knapweed and Furious Fireworks. It's a close one. Brightening Knapweed will move on, and so will the Furious Fireworks. What a comeback. Valdivians clear off the pack after the first 2 and even 3 members, but the final one let them down. We cannot find a spot in the finals. Highballers nowhere near the top 3, could not even fight for it. And just barely it is enough for Brightening Knapweed and Furious Fireworks to make it to the finals. Chance for another medal for these teams. Team Blood, Cherry Clouds, Whitecaps and Zooming Zebras. Down they come again. And it's a good start for the Zebras and the Whitecaps. Team Blood not too far behind, though they're still in this. Here comes the Cherry Clouds. And it will be the Whitecaps and the Zooming Zebras who will move on to the finals. Zooming Zebras seeing a chance once again to get their first medal of the season. There isn't much left needed. They've been consistent throughout. They just need to keep it for a little longer. A great final push by Cherry Clouds, but unfortunately they were too far behind and it will not be enough to bring them back into it. They will take the 5th place, but it's not enough to move on. As we have the finals, Brightening Knapweed, Furious Fireworks, Zooming Zebras and the Whitecaps. And down they come, one final time. Everyone is starting, Whitecaps well ahead. Zooming Zebras giving them chase. Can they keep it up? No, they cannot. Whitecaps will cruise for the gold. Whitecaps will win the gold medal in the relay. No one anywhere near them could not catch up. But at the same time, Zooming Zebras actually finishing second. That means that at long last, they get their first medal of the season. They've been looking for it. Furious Fireworks will take the bronze. Brightening Knapweed, just another 4th to the resume. But on the podium once more, Furious Fireworks, Zooming Zebras for the first time. And once again, the Whitecaps will take gold in this event. And with this gold medal, in fact, Whitecaps take the lead in the standings. 13 colonies no longer can win the championship as the Whitecaps go into the lead for the last 4 events. As next up, the Javelin Throw. We hope you all enjoyed it. We hope to see you then. And until then, don't forget to keep on rolling. as we're ready to enter to the last 4 events of the JBL Cup and make it longer than a normal marble competition. We're now entering a final event that also appeared in the qualifiers. Hello everyone and welcome to the JBL Cup Season 2, Event 17, the Javelin Throw. Just like before, you're rolling down a track to push a javelin as far as you can, and the team that pushes it the farthest will take the gold. Again, it's not about the back side of the javelin, it's about the front side, as we're now seeing the committee show us how it goes. And you can see here it is now judged thanks to a block checking the distance, and it's a 5-3 for the committee. Thank you for the showing. First up, the new league leaders, Whitecaps. Down they come, and it's looking very, very good. Phenomenal first attempt from the Whitecaps. Let's see how it is. It's a 5-7 for the Whitecaps, just barely below the record. Great showing for the league leaders. Next up, Team Blah with their captain Blah ready to push down, and not quite as good. Looking decent, but not much more than this. Let's see, a 4-5 for second. But again, we still have 14 teams to go. Who knows how this will stack up as we move along. Next up, Brightening Knapweed. Trying to push as far as they can, and again, not looking too good. Let's see where it lands. Now Brightening Knapweed give us a 4.8, and they're currently in second. We're ready to keep going. Light show for the Furious Firewalks. They've been climbing as of late. A lot of medals in a very short time. Very quick succession, but they could get another one here today. 4.9 puts them now in second, as teams just keep pushing each other back, with the exception of Whitecaps, who are still in first. Flower for Cherry Clouds, hoping to get momentum back to the team. This could be it. This could very well be it. A good attempt from the Cherry Clouds. 5-2, and now they are up to second. The trailing of second continues, but will it continue any further? We have to wait and see. As up next, the Knights of Night. Our hosts rolling down with Lord, and it's another good one. Where will this one land? Will this be enough to take second or even first? Well, it definitely is enough for second. 5.5 for the hosts. Next up, Ghost Crabs. Osibodene. Oh, it's another good one. Ghost Crabs, giving it a strong push. Is it enough to take the lead or second place? Maybe even third? No, it's enough only for third place. 5.4 for the Ghost Crabs. As we're scrolling back up to finish the first half. Highballers up next. Rolling down, not really known for their strength, and it definitely shows here. Terrible, terrible showing from the Highballers, as mostly to be expected. And it is a 3.3, putting them in last. As we're finishing with the first half of the teams, Whitecaps still in first. Branch for Valdivians. Can they change it? Valdivians have not gotten a medal in quite a long time. We would love to get one today. Is this enough to at the very least put them on the top? We have to wait and see. It is enough to tie them up for second, but we have to wait and see if this will be enough for a silver medal in the end. Maple Leaves with Syrup up next, rolling down, and it's pretty good. It's looking quite good for the Maple Leaves, but how good is it? As we scroll back up, it's a 5.4, just shy of second and third. Up next, the Silver Bullets. They don't want to lose another championship to the Whitecaps, and they need a strong push to stop them. Record holders of this event, at the very least at the moment. Can they hold on? Well, it's another 5.4, another team tied in the 5.4 group. But crew, sure. Silly, Chili, for the Spices. And it is decent. It's definitely decent for the Spices. 5-2 is a tied 7th. Again, too many strong ties near the front will push you back. As next up, the Zooming Zebras have to finally escape the bottom 3 and get their first medal. And how do they continue with another strong one? But how strong is it? Let's see here. It's looking pretty good. And it's a 5-6. And now the Zooming Zebras are in second. Oh my goodness, we just keep showing up. Truly a great showing. Sugar Crush with Sneakers falling down. What do they have? Oh my goodness! What a showing from the Sugar Crush! I don't think I need to tell you that this is gold, but what a push! 8.3 destroys the previous record. Amazing job from the Sugar Crush. They are up to first. Sapphire Spirals up next. What do they have? Not much. Seems like not a lot can be done here from the Sapphire Spirals. 3.9 puts them in 14th with only one team left to go. Of course, that being the 13 Colonies. The only team that cannot win the championship anymore. Where can they finish? Well, we don't know yet, as this will definitely not be their second medal of the season. This will be a 4.9 for a tied 11th. And that means on the podium, Zooming Zebras, Whitecaps, and Sugar Crush will enjoy the medals today. Well done to all three teams. Zooming Zebras 2 medals in a row after not getting any in the previous 15. But it will push them down as Sugar Crush, as well as them and the Sapphire Spirals can't win anymore. Whitecaps with the biggest lead they've had yet of 21 points. With only 3 events left, can anyone stop the Whitecaps from repeating? We have to wait and see in the elimination race. We hope to see you then. Until then, don't forget to keep on rolling.
As we're entering the last 3 events of the season, we're once again back in what you may consider their favorite. It's time to eliminate.
Hello everyone and welcome to the JBL Cup Season 2, Event 18, the elimination race. For this one, all 16 teams will be rolling down the course, but the last one to finish in every single heat will be out. We will keep going until only 2 will remain, racing for gold. You want to make it to the end as fast as you can. And just about being consistent. It's not about winning every time, it's about not finishing last. That's the most important thing. As down the course they come, and the most important thing, as you can see the green one over there, is the last one to finish and would have been eliminated if this was a normal run. There we go with all 16 teams rolling down. Of course, if you get stuck, the one who's stuck at the highest point is out. So far everyone rolling down. Knights of Night near the back. No, it's the Zooming Zebras, and they are out. After 2 medals in a row, Zooming Zebras already out of this event. Quite an unfortunate continuation after a fantastic showing. But here we go with the remaining 15 teams. Down they come again. Someone already made it to the end. Wow, amazing run. As we're currently focusing on the bottom 3 teams are there. And who is eliminated? It's the 13 Colonies. Apparently, Silver Bullets have made it far enough so it will count, and the 13 Colonies, they are the last ones to make it past the certain line. They are out. Here we go again for round number 3. With the 14 teams who have not been eliminated going once again. Who will be the last one to the finish? And it will be the Cherry Clouds have gotten stuck at some point. Spices were the last ones. The Cherry Clouds have fallen off, and they are out of this event. Once again, a DNF for Cherry Clouds. Not their season, not their second half, not been kind to the Cherry Clouds. But we have to wait and see who will be out next. And it's looking like Sugar Crush. It probably is, and it is. Our captain Twixie couldn't keep it up. As the Sugar Crush, after 2 great runs in a row, are out. Gold medal in the last event, not in this one. As we're going to round 5, and now we've only 12 teams remaining. It's rolling down. It's looking like the brightening Napweed will be out. Close to eliminating the high bowlers, but not quite. Brightening Napweed out of this event. We keep going back up once again. Here they come. 11 teams and 1 gold medal waiting for one of them. Whitecaps still in it, trying to maybe push as many teams as they can out of championship contention. As somebody got stuck near the top. Who is it? It is the Spices. Saved by a DNF before, and this time got a DNF themselves, and they are out. 10 remain. Rolling down. Here they come once more. Team Blah also still around. They are the second place at the moment. Would love to keep pushing. Oh, somebody got stuck. I believe that is the Ghost Crabs, who cannot finish this. No, they cannot. Ghost out. And that will be the end for the Ghost Crabs in this event. Can't push all the way through. As to finish the first half of eliminations. The remaining 9 teams rolling down again. Close between all of them. It's a close race for last. Looking like the Silver Bullets, and it is. Silver Bullets are also eliminated. After a decent showing so far, they are out, and we have the bottom half of the finishers as they're ready to roll back up for the remaining 8. Down they come again. Who will be eliminated next? They're falling down. Maple Leaves might be out, but we are safe. It is the High Bowlers. The High Bowlers are out. Can't quite get a medal again. And this will probably be the end of the season for this team. As now the remaining 7 rolling once more down the course. Sapphire Spirals struggling a bit. Whitecaps also up there. It seems close. A pass by the Sapphire Spirals. Whitecaps are eliminated. Oh, that's a big moment for this league. It is the Whitecaps who are out. League leaders will not get any more points. We'll have to settle for 7th in this one as the top 6 keep going once more. Who will be the next ones out? And it's a close finish, but it looks like it might be the Furious Fireworks. Yes, it is. Firework out. Only 10 points for this event. It will probably keep them in, but the question is for how much longer, as now the top 5 keep going. Team Blah is now the team to watch, as of course the leaders are out. A bit of the block is also out, and the Maple Leaves are also out. A lot of chaos in this round, but the Maple Leaves, they are eliminated. They will not continue on to the final 4. So out of the 4 remaining teams, who will be the last ones not to get a medal? Knights of Night, Team Blah, Valdivians and Sapphire Spirals. Down they come again, and it's close between Valdivians and Sapphire Spirals, but it is the Sapphire Spirals who fall just barely behind and will be eliminated. And so we have our top 3 for this event. Knights of Night, Team Blah and Valdivians. But who will win it? First of all, we're gonna have to settle 3rd place match. Valdivians flying forward, Knights of Night struggling a bit, but we managed to keep 2nd. Team Blah will take the bronze. Not quite the gold medal they were hoping for, but Ma, their best member from last season, gets another medal to its repertoire. Will take the bronze today. But now we have Darkness for the Knights of Night and 3 for Valdivians. Who will take gold in the elimination race? Knights of Night in the lead, Valdivians close behind, but it will not matter. The Knights of Night will win the gold. 3 for Valdivians is eliminated in 2nd, but Darkness will give the light to the hosts, who will take another gold medal home and will close in on the top. To be close as they have ever been. Team Blah will take the bronze, as mentioned before, and on the podium The top three is now shaken up with the Knights of Night going up to third and only the top 8 capable of winning. But who will win the season as we only have 2 events remaining? You're gonna have to wait and see. As next time, the football. We hope to see you then. Until then, don't forget to keep on rolling.
We're ready to enter the final 2 events of the season. It's time for the final team event. Welcome to season, the football.
Hello everyone and welcome to JBL Cup Season 2, Event 19, the football match. 2 teams will go up against each other trying to score for the other side as much as we can. The team that scores more will move on. This is a 1v1 event. The team that wins will move on to the next round until only 2 will remain fighting for goals. As you will see from the explanation, it's about shooting it to the other side's team. 4 marbles from each side will roll down. Another one is supposed to be in the goal trying to stop it from going in, as the committee has lost to the test team. We're going from first against last, so Whitecaps against 13 colonies for match number 1. Down they go, and nobody manages to score. That's 0-0 after the match. Now, this will only be for 1 round, so if there is a tie, it goes immediately to tiebreaker. As we're going to tiebreaker number 1, and that is 2 goals for the 13 colonies, and that will be enough to let them move on to the quarterfinals. The Whitecaps are already out. They do manage to push it to a tiebreaker, but it's not a good score. Losing by 2 goals is a lot. Let's see what the rest of the teams have to offer. Ghost Crabs and Highballers up next. Not a lot of shots managed to get out, but 1 manages to be scored by the Ghost Crabs, which will put them in the next round, and the Highballers are eliminated. Ghost Crabs doing what needs to be done and winning the match. Just doing enough and conserving energy maybe for the next match against the 13 colonies. Up next, Furious Fireworks and the Spices. Down they come, and that is 1 goal for each side. No winner yet, 1-1. And that means we're going to a tiebreaker. Again, we're just gonna keep going until somebody wins. And everything resets again, here they come. And that is again 1 goal each. So we're still tied, 2-2. We keep on rolling once again. Furious Fireworks and Spices still trying to win it. And again, it's just the round of 16. We still have a lot of time to go. They would like to not use all their energy immediately, but Furious Fireworks use more, and they will enjoy a win for free. And the Furious Fireworks will move on. Spices are eliminated. And so more and more teams being kicked out of this event, being left out of a championship dream. By this point, you just want to win as much as you can, especially now that Whitecaps have already lost. And it is 1-1. No! Sugar Crush managed to score again, and Valdivians are out. 2-1, and that's enough to win. Sugar Crush will move on. Great job. Valdivians, not enough defensive play, and it cost them. They are out of this event, and this will probably kick them out of a championship dream. As next up, the Zooming Zebras and the Knights of Night. And not many shots have been shot out. Knights of Night almost scored, but couldn't quite get it in. So we have a tiebreaker. We will now switch sides. Again, close but amazing defensive play from the Zebras. They managed to keep it clean, but they can't manage to keep it clean again, as the Knights of Night score and will move on once again. The Knights of Night, they see a chance of a lifetime to win as hosts. Something that's rarely been done by anybody in a marble competition, and it could be done today by the Knights. Silver Bullets and Brightening Knapweed up next. Can anyone score? No. Clean game, clean defensive play from both teams. No goals. As we're ready to roll again. Knapweed and Bullets. And that is 1 goal for each side. Yes! 1 goal for each side. We keep going once again. Nobody can get the decisive win just yet. We keep on rolling some more. Tiebreaker number 2 between the Silver Bullets and Brightening Knapweed. Down they come. And that is 1 goal for the Silver Bullets. And that is it. Silver Bullets 2-1. They will win the match and will move on. Brightening Knapweed also out of this event. Not good for them if they want to push for a potential win. But it is what it is. Cherry Clouds and Maple Leaves up next. And that is 1 goal, 2 goals actually for the Cherry Clouds. That is a 2-0 victory. And they will cruise to the next round. Phenomenal job from the Cherry Clouds. They're on to the quarterfinals. And the Maple Leaves, they are done. They are done for this event. And one more team will join them. The Sapphire Spirals or Team Blah. And that is 1 goal, 2-1 to the Team Blah. Team Blah winning 2-1 over the Sapphire Spirals, who just can't quite do enough. They managed to get a late goal, mostly as a consolation goal. Probably also for the Consolation Cup by the looks of things. But let's hope for the best for them as we have the bottom 8 ready to roll to the quarterfinals. Ghost Crabs and 13 Colonies, down they come. And that is 1 goal for the 13 Colonies, and that will be enough to put them in the semi-finals. After a disastrous season so far for the 13 Colonies, they are trying to fight for any point at this point, just to maybe save themselves from auto-relegation. Sugar Crash and Furious Fireworks up next. And yes, a very late goal by Furious Fireworks, and that is enough to get them the win. Furious Fireworks will win and will move on to the semi-finals, and that means that Sugar Crash are done for this event. That means we're gonna get 13 Colonies and the Furious Fireworks matching up in the semis. But first, the other 2 quarterfinal matches, Silver Bullets and Knights of Night, and that is 1 goal each. We keep going. Silver Bullets and Knights of Night, we've both been the top teams in the last season. One of them still is in this one. Silver Bullets, not so much, but we would love to show that we still got it. And do they? Let's find out. They just missed this shot and concede a goal, so maybe not. But the Knights of Night most definitely do. They move on again. Knights of Night will win this match and will eliminate the Silver Bullets and will keep on trying to get closer, as close as they can, to the Whitecaps. Team Blah and Cherry Clouds up next. Is this going in for the for Team Blah? Yes, it is. 1-1. 1 goal each. Team Blah barely managed to score as we go to a tiebreaker. Cherry Clouds and Team Blah again, and it's 1 goal here for the Cherry Clouds, 2 goals for the Cherry Clouds. Okay, so that's a 3-1 victory, and the Cherry Clouds will move on once again. Team Blah also out, so most of the big teams are already eliminated. 2 teams, actually 3 big teams are still left. It's just the 13 Colonies and a few title contenders. Speaking of which, here come the 13 Colonies, and they managed to tie it. Does it go in? No. 1-1, Furious Fireworks and 13 Colonies keeping it even. No one able to get what they need for a win, so here we go for a tiebreaker. Here they roll down, 1 goal for 13 Colonies, and that is it. 13 Colonies to the finals, and for the first time ever, 13 Colonies will get a top 2 finish in an event. It's about time. It took them almost 40 events to do so, but here it finally is. 13 Colonies, a top 2 finisher. But who will they face in the finals between the Cherry Clouds and the Knights of Night? Both teams taking shots, but nothing going in yet. No goals in the first attempts. We're going once again. Both teams want their spot in the finals. They're both desperate for a few points. This could be Cherry Cloud's last chance to still run for the championship, and this could be the Knights of Night putting a lot of pressure on the Whitecaps. But so far, again, nobody managing to get what needs to be done in order to win the match. Amazing defensive play once again from both sides. No goals scored. All of them, both teams really want their spot in the finals, but who will get it? Some shots taken, and it is a win for the Cherry Clouds, 2-1, and they will be in the finals. There are a few shaky results throughout the season. It's good to see that they can clutch it out, and they do manage to return to the podium after a very long drought. But for bronze medal, Knights of Night and Furious Fireworks. Who will get the bronze? And it is enough, just one goal. But the Knights of Night will take the bronze. The pressure by the Knights is not over yet, as they get one more medal for the season. They could even get another one in the next one, but they managed to get a bronze today. But who will get gold between the Cherry Clouds and the 13 colonies? Down they come. Taking the shots, one goal for Cherry Clouds. And that is it. The Cherry Clouds, with one goal, have won their first gold medal of the season. The Cherry Clouds win the football event. Phenomenal job from the Cherries. They will live today as gold medalists, and with happiness in their face at long last, they return to form. 13 colonies also get the silver, Knights of Night with the bronze. And now with this, only the top 4 can win. Cherry Clouds, Team Blah, Knights of Night and Whitecaps. Who will be the champion between these 4 teams? Only time will tell. We hope to see you for the final event, the lap race. Let's see you then, and until then, don't forget to keep on rolling.
As we're finally ready
To enter the final event of the season, 4 teams still have a chance to win. Cherry Clouds, Team Blood, Knights of Night and the Whitecaps, racing to see who will win it all. Hello everyone and welcome to the JBL Cup Season 2 finale, the lap race. The way this is going to go is in a heat of 8. 8 marbles will roll down the course to try and make it to the end of the lap as fast as they can. Scoring system will go by the first ones to finish will get 8 points, second will get 7, and so on and so forth until last place gets 1. And at the end of the 8 laps that we're going to do, which every single one of them will start at a different position every single time, the points total will be calculated, and the top 4 from each heat will be moving on, and at the finals with the 8 teams remaining racing for the final gold of the season. We have here the explanation run one final time for the season. Thank you all for the help throughout this entire year. And now we're ready for the first group. Down they come. And it is brightening Napwood into the early lead, but Maple Leafs take it now. Let's see who will show up well today. Maple Leafs having a strong start. Team Blah giving chase. And of course, Whitecaps and Team Blah both in this heat trying to go for a potential championship. We have to wait and see if any of them can do just as such. As we're ready for round number 2. Team Blah with a strong start, Whitecaps following suit. They're currently in second, Sapphire Spirals giving chase right behind. Brightening Napweed trying to follow up. Team Blah far ahead of everyone else, will win the heat. Followed by the Spirals and the Whitecaps. But we still have 6 rounds to go. Everything is still to play for here. As they are down again. Round number 3. Sapphire Spirals in the lead. The Whitecaps giving a chase. Furious Fireworks right behind. Can they make a pass? No, they cannot. We will have to settle for third in this one. Silver Bullets in last. Sapphire Spirals in the heat. As we move on to round number 4 of 8. We are back on the block again, and down they roll, and again a good start for the Spirals, but it is the Whitecaps who take the lead and are currently flying forward. They will try to get 8 points on the board. Can they do it? No, they can't. Here come the Furious Fireworks out of nowhere. They will take the round. and Silver Bullets will actually take 1 point over Team Blood. This could be important. If Team Blood don't make it to the next round, we're out of championship contention. Down we go again. Here come all the teams. Can any of them move on? Is anyone yet guaranteed a place? We have to wait and see. The Sapphire Spirals in the lead. Can they keep it? No, they can't. Brightening Knapweed will make the pass right at the end. Sapphire Spirals will take the second in this result, but we still have 3 more rounds to go. Who is gonna make it? Down they come again, and it's the Silver Bullets in the lead, but Whitecaps keeping it close behind. They really want to guarantee a spot in the finals. Can they get it? Maybe, but Silver Bullets will be the ones to win this heat. Maple Leafs in last for this one, as we only have 2 more rounds to go before the first heat is officially over. 4 teams soon enough will end their season, hopefully in a good enough position. As remember, while 2 spots for auto relegation are guaranteed, those belong to the Spirals and the 13 Colonies, we still have the 3rd position still up for grabs, or avoidance more accurately. And of course auto qualification is also still to play for. Everyone, almost every single team has something to try and get here, as we're going to the final round for heat number 1. It's the Silver Bullets in the lead, followed by Sugar Crash, and now Sugar Crash managed to make the pass. Can they keep it? Yes they can, and they will win the final run. But who will be the teams moving on? Maple Leafs taking their time. They want to see the end. Sugar Crash win the final race, and the 4 teams moving on: Whitecaps, Sapphire Spirals, Brightening Knapweed, and Team Blanc will be moving on. Remaining 4 are out of this event. That means that regardless, because the Whitecaps move on, Cherry Clouds can no longer win the championship, as now only the top 3 can still take it all. Into the next heat we go. And it is looking like a win for the Spices in the first round. The 13 Colonies starting in the back. It is a strong start for the Spices. Knights of Night, the only team in this heat that can still win the championship, starting in 7th. Not a strong start. As we're going for round number 2, it's the Cherry Clouds in the lead. They didn't win the championship, but they could use some points. But the Highballers make a pass, and they are now in the lead. And they will manage to keep it. The Highballers take the second round. But with 6 rounds left to go, everything is still to play for. 6 more rounds. Knights of Night struggling so far. Can they get some points? They're trying now, standing in the center as Cherry Clouds flying forward down the course. They will cruise to 8 points. And everyone finishes. No, wait a minute. Highballers are stuck up the course, and that will give them a last in this round. And so we move again. Race number 4. Down they come. It's the 13 Colonies in the front. They know they're already eliminated, but they don't want a last place finish for the season. And with the Sapphire Spirals moving on, it is looking more and more likely. But we will win this heat. At least this race. This will give them maybe a chance to move on. As we're ready once more. Down they come again. Here they come down the course. And it's the 13 Colonies in the lead once again. Flying down the course. Valdivians trying to give chase. Zooming Zebras also pretty close. None of them can make a pass. Knights of Night, another last place. They are struggling so far. They don't seem like there's much left in the tank. But with 3 rounds to go, they have to give it their all. They need a spot in the finals if they want to win the championship. Can they give it one final try? So far, it is the Zooming Zebras in the lead, blocking Ghost Crabs as well as they can. And they will manage to keep the block on and win this race. Just barely. Cherry Clouds also barely ahead of the Spices. That gives them an extra point. That could be important. As we're going for the last 2 races. Here they come again. Highballers with the early start. They will be in the lead. It is Ghost Crabs giving chase. Can they make a pass? Zooming Zebras also trying to make a pass. But here come the Ghost Crabs. But they can't quite make the pass. And somebody stuck up the course. It is the Cherry Clouds. They got stuck up there. And this could cost them as we're going to the final race for this round. Who will find their spot in the next round? Everyone rolling down. Valdivians in the lead. Can they keep it? Ghost Crabs giving chase. Can they make the pass? No. Valdivians will take it. Over the Ghost Crabs, Zooming Zebras barely keep third, and the teams moving on. Zooming Zebras, Ghost Crabs, Spices, and 13 Colonies will move on to the finals. Knights of Night, last place. Unfortunate for them, and that means only 2 teams are left for the championship. Whitecaps and Team Blah. Who will win the championship? Of course, Whitecaps with the lead here over Team Blah, but Team Blah will start stronger in this round. They will finish in second, or is it third? It's a pretty close one. It is third. Ghost Crabs manager pass. Sapphire Spirals starting in first. And so we're ready for race number 2. Only 7 more races to go before the end of season 2. And it is the Whitecaps in the lead. Whitecaps take the lead. Zooming Zebras giving chase pretty close behind. Brightening Knapweed also close there behind there. And the Zooming Zebras manager pass. And they will take this round. Zooming Zebras, second race winners. They are currently sitting in 14th. They know the importance of this event. They can still avoid relegation if they do well here today. And are starting well yet again. They're sitting in first for another race. And once again, it is the Whitecaps who give him chase and manage to make a pass. Spices right behind. And Zooming Zebras pass back again. Zooming Zebras win another race. And Whitecaps again finish in second. Ghost Crabs and Brightening Knapweed unfortunately get stuck. That will hurt their points total. But we still have to keep going. We have to persevere. Only a little bit left for the season. You need to give it your all for whatever is left. Doesn't matter what you're competing for. Give it your all. As once again, it's the 13 colonies in the lead, and they will keep it. Zooming Zebras only enough for a second in this round, but that's still a very good showing. It's the 13 colonies win this race. As we're entering the last few races of the season. Everyone hoping for the best. Whitecaps getting closer and closer to a potential championship. Can they hold on? Maybe, as Team Blah is now in first and will try to get a heat win. But here come the Sapphire Spirals. Sapphire Spirals may have made a pass on the last moment. Yes, they have. Sapphire Spirals will take the heat win. Team Blah just extending the distance between them and the Whitecaps just a bit. But here come the Whitecaps into the lead, and followed by none other than Team Blah. Who will take this round? It's looking pretty close, but it is the Whitecaps who win another race. Actually, the first race they win with only 2 remaining. They extend the distance from Team Blah by 1 point. Can they just hold on for 2 more rounds? Here we go again. Down they come. Spices were in the lead, but they lost it. And it's looking like the Zooming Zebras are far ahead, followed by Ghost Crabs. And will they manage to keep it? Yes, they will. Zooming Zebras will take this round. Team Blah in last. And that is a few more point distance now between them and the Whitecaps. As we are now going 1 final race. 1 final lap. And down they come, 1 final time for season 2. It's the Ghost Crabs in the lead, followed by the Whitecaps who are in second. Team Blah up third. Can they manage to make a pass in the end? No, they will not. Ghost Crabs will win this round. Whitecaps will finish in second. And that will be the final result. As on the podium, Team Blah, Whitecaps, and the gold medalists, Zooming Zebras. But more importantly with this silver medal, Whitecaps are the Season 2 champions. Whitecaps doing the impossible and managing to get a back-to-back championship. This time starting much stronger than last time, starting with a silver and ending with a silver. Thanks to this bronze medal, Team Blah also managed to move up to second overall ahead of the Knights of Night, who will finish in third. Great showing for the hosts overall. We hope you all enjoyed this season.
and we hope to see you again soon enough for the Consolation Cup. Congratulations to all 16 teams, and we will see you soon enough. Enjoy the closing ceremony, and at the end of it we will announce the hosts for Season 3. See you guys then, and until then, never forget to keep on rolling.